Good day, good love, good beauty, good air, good water, illuminators and wayshowers, and welcome once again to the beauty of nature, where everything, including you, speaks a language of light. For we all are a language of light, a song of source, a dream of all that is, sharing collectively a dream. And today, we're being invited to take that 13th step. Into the amethyst, the violet flame within us. And today being the 13th, it's a day that we're asked to open our hearts to transformation. For 13 is the number for transformation, for mystery, for mysticism, for stepping into our selves, and added together it's 4, which I always see as the symbol of 1111, walking through the gates, the 1111. So I encourage you all to look up the numerological essence and angel numbers that are 4, number 4. But today, the information I was receiving was about walking through this, taking this 13th step. And to answer Michelle C's question, thank you so much for your questions and your comments, everyone. I feel so blessed and honored to exchange this information with you. And the Lion's Gate, technically, if you want to call it, closed on the 12th. So they separate this, they celebrate, separate, wow. They celebrate this idea of opening the gate up through the 12th, and between 8/8 and the 12th. And this alignment was serious, and then the alignment just simply starts to move away once again. However, the question is about the energies, and now we're being asked to integrate and assimilate and take that 13th step. And there's the eagle, and that was a huge part of my message today, for all of you today, was about the eagle spirit. And there it is again. And as you know, if you've been listening, this air spirit, the spirit of air in this age of Aquarius, Aquarius is an air sign, and so today we celebrate the air and the water. I'm feeling this combination of both, of this taking the energy of these, of the Lion's Gate portal, of this opening, of this heart energy. And I'm feeling today the animal totems of the frog and the bee, which I will share with you just in a moment. And I encourage you all to, anytime an animal appears in your awareness, in a dream, even in front of you physically, look up and see what the message is from source, that you need in that moment. Some information that you need to discover about yourself, a message from your spirit guides that are leading you into a direction which you've been asking for. I just wanted to stand up and breathe today. I feel like I've been sitting too much, so I wanted to get up and breathe and move around and just fill our lungs with this beautiful air as we look out on the water, the sky, and hearing the eagle spirits with us. And I've got these little tiny frogs around my house, and they're little tiny, maybe just an inch big, just a couple centimeters. And so I'm feeling this blue, pink and blue energy of the babies, the children, of new beginnings, of the blue moon, and how all of this energy coming through from the blue moon, and back in July, and how as we prepared for these gates to open, and that we are now preparing to usher in a new earth, we are preparing for first contact, we're preparing for our very own ascension, we're preparing for our very own transformation. And the frog symbolizes the transformation from the tadpole to the frog, from living underwater to living on land. And the bee is without the bee, none of this would pollinate. We would not have the food that we have. We would not be able to transform their energy. And honey is the elixir of source. We know that, and we have only begun to really study the value of this beautiful golden love. And I was reminded again to return to my reading of the shamanic way of the bee, and it's something that I've started and didn't finish, and they're asking me now to start it again and finish it beginning to end. And so that's something that I has been very high in my awareness. So the bee themselves, the idea of the bee and the honeycomb is it's the symbol of the heart and the symbol of all life, and how the honeybee pollinates everything, and how it transfers energy and then creates this beautiful, beautiful elixir of life from everything that has taken from the flowers. And so, and the alchemy of the sun in the water that is embedded along with the energy in that honey of every single plant and flower essence, the essences. So I was getting these galactic languages and glyphs, and the reminders about the word I was hearing today was preparation for transformation. We are in preparation for transformation. Sorry, my nose is really itching all of a sudden. I don't know if it's my hair in the breeze. So I'm seeing these just aquatic beings and air etheric beings, and as if they're helping us open these etheric gates, taking where this Lion's Gate energy and the solar energy and this earth energy and this transformation and the butterfly. I've got a little butterfly in my hair. And the hummingbird, how its wings beat so fast it seems as if they're just hovering in time. And so these nature spirits are filling me with this energy about the Lion's Gate, and how all of us are represented in the animal kingdom, and the animal kingdom is representations of us in all essences. And so I was drawn to once again to share with you the transformation, and and then as synchronicity would have it, as I'm actually looking for a hair clip for my hair, I come across these little clips that I had, and that I use for a variety of things, and it's these little crystal things that I picked up, I don't even remember where now, and I clipped it to my page. And today for transformation, for transform, the Syrian symbol, the sacred circuitry for 13 is transform, as I've showed you guys before. So, or for any of you who haven't seen these before, these are the sacred circuitry symbols that were brought to us by through Daryl Anko by Bashar from our Shikani family, and I wrote these in my book many years ago. And so transform, that's Cybo, C-Y-B-O, and Cybo is the essence of transformation. It's an actual entity, and these symbols and circuitry are to be meditated upon, to literally invite the essence of that thing, that idea, that energy, into our awareness and into our everyday lives. And so transform being 13, I wanted to bring that, and I just so happened to have this little tiny frog, this little crystal frog, which is actually just about the actual size of those little frogs that I have all around my house. And so it's about the transformation, the tadpole to the frog, the water energy to the earth energy, the air to the water, the air to the clouds, and how the water and the steam and the ice, and how everything, water is also a perfect symbol of flow, yet strength and power, about going with the flow, and yet the strength of the force of the waterfalls and the water energy, the ice energy, how an iceberg is so strong and so powerful, yet so vulnerable also to the sun. Yet the pieces that we see of the iceberg are just a small portion of its true strength way down below. What we see above is there's even more of that down below the earth, under the water. And as I'm adding the number together to 4, I'm reminded then of the message I received. Prepare to transform. Number 4 is prepare. And look what else I found, you guys. The little bee. The other little clip, the frog and the bee. Now the frog and the bee came to me before I found those. So I wanted to share that just simple synchronicity, but how profound is that? So prepare. I was seeing, every time I see this, I think of an antenna, you know, that we're preparing to receive, that we're preparing to transform. And we're preparing now for the 13th step. We're preparing to walk through this new gateway. And we have been preparing since the blue moon, the full moon, these eclipses. Now we have this lunar eclipse. We've got this Lion's Gate. We've got this preparation. And I'm reminded that this, the United States has not seen a solar eclipse for 38 years. 38 equals 11. So now we've got this 11 gateway portal energy with the number 11. So all these things were coming to me as I'm writing down these dates and symbols, and the new moon and the in this age of Aquarius, and this Aquarian energy, this air energy, but yet this idea of flow. So these are the symbols that came to me today. So far, I kind of feel, I said so far because I have a feeling there may be a few more to come. But I wanted to just share these with you for just a moment. They're saying we're literally preparing ourselves to transform ourselves into a new version of humanity, of a new version of ourselves, of this higher dimensional, higher vibrational, telepathic, higher, a new birth, the baby, the pink and the blue, the combining of these colors, and how we use these pink and blue colors to represent our genders, and how we identify that, and this blue throat chakra. And then so much today was about the throat chakra and opening this throat chakra and transforming who we are. The going with the flow of allowing this energy, the seeds of energy to transform, to take birth. And I wanted to just read you very briefly, as I very quickly Googled the frog symbolism, and this was from whatismyanimalspirit.com. The symbolism for this idea, and this is the frog, stems from the tadpole's similarity to a male sperm. Sperm is the fertilizer which helps bring about life. Hence, abundance of all types are accredited to frog's symbolic meaning. Frog, as an animal spirit guide, may be coaxing you toward a physical or emotional cleansing. And I feel that we're all going through this physical and emotional cleansing together at the same time, in order to transform and see these things that we have held in the darkness, that we have not wanted to see about ourselves, and just allow it to just come and flow and transform us and allow it to exist, and knowing that we are all of these things. And the bee totem, it also delivers, and this is from the same site, it also delivers humans with wax and honey. And I forgot about the wax. Here we have the wax factor from the bee, of this being able to burn, to start a fire from this beautiful elixir that we can literally live on. And it heals our wounds. It heals our internal wounds. It heals our external wounds. It is sought after in countries. The honey is revered and sought after as this divine elixir of life, and its value is treasured. It's so, because of the process that it takes to create and transform that process of the bee, going from flower to flower and bringing it back, and this community effort. And think about the symbolism of the hexagon, and how we use that 369, and we use that as the symbol of higher thinking and sacred geometry. The inside of the TARDIS on Doctor Who is all hexagons. I did my last kitchen floor in hexagons. So all of this is a language of light speaking to us. So bring this information and energies together. And I'm going to take a drink of water here, guys. So I just feel like all of this is coming together to fruition. The children, the hybrid children, the nurturing our children, and the coming together of worlds, and of becoming part of this interstellar alliance, knowing that we're not alone, and inviting this energy, and inviting our families, and preparing ourselves and our children physically, mentally, telepathically, energetically, frequency, bringing our earth to a place where they can come, where they feel safe, where they don't feel they're going to be harmed, where the atmosphere and the food are not going to poison them, to bring to clarify our bodies, where we're no longer poisoning ourselves, being more mindful about what we're doing and seeing and breathing and touching and tasting and bringing into our awareness. This is all a part of taking this 13th step. Breathe. Breathe in this new awareness, this new age of energy. And today, as I was guided to our Native Spirit deck by Denise Lynn, the first card I pulled that fell as I was asking the guides, what message do we need today? And what do I pull but this blue throat chakra energy? And look at me today, blue and pink and blue. Look at these gorgeous colors, this gorgeous pink and purple and blue and teal throat chakra, heart chakra energy, about the heart and opening ourselves in the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the spirit of air. But you see the clouds, you see the water element in the clouds, you see the mountain, the earth element in the mountains, you see the sea element in the blueness of the water and the sea beneath the mountains. We've got the all of it here, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, and the sun, the beams coming through those clouds. And so strongly I was feeling this throat chakra energy. So I was so amazed at the synchronicity of pulling this. So breathe in this air. Breathe in the spirit of air and become the actual essence of the spirit of air, and feel yourself not only floating with the water, but allowing yourself, the eagle spirit, to soar on the spirit of the air, and the spirit of the hummingbird, and the spirit of the frog as it flows through the water. The spirit of air Clarity and expansive perception of life is emerging. You're being advised to see life from a higher perspective. Clear in mental clutter. Clear out mental clutter. I guess I better get my blue glasses. Clear out mental clutter. Breathe. All is well. Do not be concerned. The cobwebs are being cleared away. Communicate your truth. The throat chakra. Communicate your truth. Breathe your truth. Walk in your truth. All is well. Do not be concerned. The cobwebs are being cleared away. Communicate your truth. Take care of details. Pay attention. And don't let things slip through the cracks. And boy, this is a big message for me today. Not letting things slip through the cracks. Take time to hear the truth of others. And I did today. I took time to hear the truth of others. And I listened to a dear friend in her video, and many things rear their ugly heads at the moment when we most need to hear it, but it's at the moment when we have that Lionsgate energy with us that we're strong enough to hear it, and when it's time to deal with it. So thank you for sharing, my dear friend. Spirit is whispering to you. Open your mind to see a situation in a new light. And the air spirit is whispering to you. Listen to it whisper to you in the air, the breeze, the wind, the shudder of the leaves on the trees, the ripples of the water, the buzz of the hummingbird, the buzz of the bee, the frogs. All of them are spirits of air because you hear them. Your native spirit wants you to know the spirit of air represents the mental aspect of your life. It's the part that has the capacity to discern, analyze, organize, evaluate, and judge. Though seemingly subtle and unseen, air is composed of the most rarefied energy fields. And we're in constant communion with the vast universe through our breath. And isn't that how we connect to the spirit world? Isn't that how we connect to ourselves? Isn't that how we connect to everything, is through the breath? It's through the breath. And by blessing our water and tending our water, the water in our bodies, we speak to our bodies through the air, through our intentions, and yet we speak to the water within us because it vibrates, it hears us. The spirit, oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, the spirit of air carries the energy of change and transformation, inspiration, aspiration, aspiring to be, to transform into everything you want yourself to be. Offering mental clarity, freedom, perception, communion, and communication. Air. Remember? Prepare. It looked like an antenna, right? Right? It looked like the antenna that we are communicating. So this is the element of air also allows you to see situations from a higher perspective. And now we've got the eagle spirit, the higher perspective. This card can indicate that it's time to do some major clutter clearing and organizing, and I am definitely doing that right now, and as my partner is right now as we speak doing exactly that. So especially as winter comes in the northern hemisphere, as autumn turns into winter, we're getting that time where it's time to reorganize, to clean out, to prepare for the harvest that is coming, to prepare our homes, to air them out, clean them out, and get them ready for the energy to come with the winter of the nesting, the wanting to nest and declutter and to organize. One of the most direct and powerful ways to receive messages from spirit is through the air spirit. and wearing blue and concentrating on blue and inviting blue and the new blue into your awareness and into the throat chakra healing will assist you with this. One of the most direct and powerful ways to receive messages from spirit is through the air spirit. The Cherokee people and many other native tribes believed that the winds were messengers sent by the Creator, and they carried information from the sacred realms, and I definitely believe that. And that's the shaman in me, the nature spirit in me, the native spirit in me. When you go outdoors, notice the movement of air across your skin. Just notice it, feel it against your skin. Whether it is the subtlest breeze or the powerful wind of a storm, take a moment to stop and listen. I love to stand out here in the wind and in the storm and in the rain. Get a sense of what messages it might have for you. And coincidentally, the next card that presented itself was Medicine Bag. Now look at the colors, you guys. The deep colors of the medicine bag. We've got the blue that jumps out me immediately. We've got the earth, the air, the fire, the water. We've got the waterfall in the back, the green growing on the mountain, the lushness of the foliage around. We've got the water falling, the power of the water, yet the gentleness as it flows at the bottom of the waterfall. And the rocks, the earth, the mountains. We've got it all here. The sunlight shimmering on the medicine bag and the water. So take in all of this. Take in all the magic. Take in all the healing of this medicine bag. And look at that beautiful, the image on there also reminds me of a bird spirit, of an eagle spirit. And of course the back of these cards are just amazing. We've got our gorgeous eagle spirit soaring with the rainbow of our rainbow children, of our rainbow bodies, our rainbow crystal and light bodies, the air, the earth, the fire, the water depicted there as well. So there we have the medicine bag, transforming, preparation for transformation. We are healing in leaps and bounds. We are healing so thoroughly and so openly and so deeply now in a way that we never have before, that we are truly opening up our own floodgates, our own waterfalls, our own mountains, our own streams. The medicine bag. Wow. Gather your resources. Be discerning. Vast inner power is growing in your life. Step back and let it grow. There are times to shine brightly for all to see. And there are also times to choose carefully who sees your true self. And I just had a very serendipitous conversation with a beautiful, beautiful individual the other day about just that. Choose wisely. Do not make any hasty decisions. If it doesn't feel right, hold back. You're protected from any less than positive outside influences. Your capacity and potential are growing in leaps and bounds. I love that, and I just was feeling that. We're growing in leaps and bounds. We are preparing to transform in leaps and bounds. Your native spirit wants you to know it's traditional in indigenous cultures to carry a medicine bag or medicine bundle. And I think a few of you have seen, I have several medicine bags and my big one's big, as a form of protection and also a way to access your personal power through the sacred objects that are held there. The items in the medicine bag each contain potent qualities and allow one's abilities to magnify and also help commune with the Creator. And I know many of us use our talismans, we use our crystals, we use our stones. I have stones that were gifts from all over the world, from friends that I gather their power and ask them to bring me their divine wisdom. As your power grows, take time to protect it, just as you protect a seedling in the early months, and then later, once it's an established tree. Oh, and that reminds me of yesterday in the tree spirit. It can withstand the storms of time. Protect your growing power, and it will become as mighty as an ancient oak. And I am surrounded here, you guys, surrounded. These trees right here, right behind me here, are ancient and mighty oaks. And I love the oaks here. I love the beauty of this place. I love the beauty and the energy of the oaks and the mountains and the water and the birds. And I'm right near beautiful bird sanctuaries, and I just wanted to pan around just a little bit so you guys could kind of see a little bit behind me. Oh, and there's our insect friends joining us. As your power grows, take time to protect it. I wanted to remind you of that. Take time to protect your power as it grows. The journey. I'm just going to come back to the water. And actually, it's surrounded by water all the way around, but the trees have gotten so tall here now, you can't see the water on this side anymore. Consider obtaining or creating your own medicine bag or bundle. And I encourage you all to do this just for the permission slip and the energy it creates. See my, and her, this is her book, Denise Lynn. See my book, Kindling the Native Spirit, for instructions. Put objects in it that are meaningful to you and make you feel strong and vital whenever you look at them or hold them. Traditionally, one's medicine bag was not worn for display, but often hidden from view or kept in a sacred place. And I do keep mine. I show it now and then, but for the most part, I keep all my sacred stuff in it, my sacred spaces, and I do take everything out and I bathe them in the sunlight. I bathe them in the moonlight. I take them out for new moons and full moons and eclipses, and I invite the energies from our star families and you, because you all lend energy to all of this for me. Nishato sonori shinotere lombosnayu onneya kale. So thank you for being here once again for this multi-dimensional message of awareness expansion as we all prepare, as we all together are in preparation for transformation. Nyashotosia, netera shinoki, plondo sinari, lantera sanotari, shoti kianata shatia sono. Lanteros no se. Ya toshno sotosia talianda kalianda snosoi. And we honor our air spirits and our water spirits. Yashino, I love you. Mahala.